Hey my hotties, welcome back to Hot Toddy and Tea with Tisha, the spot where we keep it real, we sip the tea, and we talk about what's really going on beneath the glam. Tonight feels like one of those nights where we're out at dinner together, plates on the table, laughter in the air, and somebody leans in like, girl, let me tell you what's happening. And the story this time, it's all about the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Porsha Williams, Shamea, Morton, and Sidora in this friendship tension that's been brewing hotter than a fresh pot of tea. But while everybody else is arguing about handbags and reunion drama, you know I want to look deeper. Because when grown, successful, beautiful women start bumping heads over little things, and you know it's not really about the little things, something emotional is happening underneath. Now let's talk about the main event. So at the reunion, Shamea Morton called out Sidora about a designer handbag, that martini glass bedazzled clutch that apparently costs around $6,000. Shamea suggested it wasn't real, and when somebody questions whether a luxury item is genuine, that's like saying, I don't believe you, I don't trust you, and that can sting no matter how expensive the bag is. That moment wasn't just shade, that was a deeper message. Drew did respond calmly though. She pulled out her receipts, literally. She shared what she said was proof of the purchase from Bergdorf Goodman. Even the designer brand's social media reportedly chimed in to say, yes, that bag is ours. So if the bag is real, and then what was the bag fight really about? That's the part that gets me thinking. It must be bigger than a purse. And that's when I started noticing how quickly it turned into something else. Friendship feelings, past announcements, old celebrations. Suddenly we're talking about who supported who during happy moments, who showed up as a real friend, and who only did the bare minimum. This is where it gets human, hotties. It seems to me like Shamea may have felt like Drew was getting a moment, maybe even a storyline that she didn't like or didn't understand. And sometimes when we feel unheard or unseen, we look for something that will expose what we think might be the truth, even if it blows up in our face. Then when Porsha stepped in with her own receipts, things escalated. She was saying, now hold up, let's set the record straight. I supported you. And Shamea was like, well, not the way I wanted you to. And isn't that so relatable? Have you ever done something for someone and thought, this is a big deal, I really came through? But the other person still felt disappointed. Two different truths existing at the same time. Trust and expectations, as that's where the real conflict always lives. Here's something I've been asking myself. Why is it that even when we're grown and even when we have success and money and the love of fans, friendship drama can still feel like the end of the world? I think it's because no matter how much success you have, you still want to feel like you belong. You want to feel like you matter. And on a show like this, the second you start wondering whether your place in someone's life has changed, the anxiety kicks in. And add cameras to that, add millions of viewers dissecting every facial expression, add producers wanting a storyline. Oh yeah, friendships are going to be tested. Let's look at Porsha and Shamea for a second. These two have been close for years, like sisters at times. And when you have that kind of relationship, any shift, even a slight one, it can start to feel like, wait, are we still us? Then new friendships form, more attention goes somewhere else, someone gets more shine, and suddenly it's like there's a competition nobody actually signed up for. Do you think some of this might come from that old idea that women have to compete with each other? Society loves to push that image, especially when a woman is glowing or rising or showing confidence. There's always that outside energy trying to stir the pot, like, who does she think she is? And once that thought enters someone's mind, insecurity can make even the smallest disagreement feel like betrayal. Another question I've been thinking about is, are the cameras helping resolve the conflict or making it worse? When a disagreement becomes part of a storyline, it can stop being about healing the friendship. It becomes about not looking weak. It becomes about not letting someone else control the narrative. And sometimes people will defend their point even if they're hurting, just so they don't get dragged online. Imagine facing conflict while the entire world watches, comments, rewinds scenes, slows down clips, and chooses sides. That pressure alone can change how a person responds. And here's something else that's been on my mind. Maybe these women aren't just reacting to each other, but reacting to the fears inside them. Fear of being replaced, fear of being misunderstood, fear of not being valued. And even the most confident women can struggle with that, especially when the stakes are high. When Drew held on to her composure and her receipts, it felt like she was saying, I'm tired of proving myself, but here, since you need it. There's a little sadness in that. Like, she would rather have been trusted. When Shamea kept pushing her belief about the bag, some people felt she was digging deeper than necessary, but maybe she wasn't fighting about the bag at all. Maybe she was fighting to keep from feeling small or irrelevant. And Porsha, she has mastered the art of controlling the version of herself that the world sees. And that takes strategy, that takes strength, but that also can make others feel like they can't match her energy, even when they're trying. So what do you think, hotties? When you peel back the drama, when you remove the diamonds and the labels and the reunion gowns, are these women just trying to protect their hearts? Are they fighting to stay connected to each other, even if it comes out sideways? Because here's what I believe. Friendship is one of the most vulnerable relationships in the world. There's no rule book, there's no legal agreement, it's just trust. Pure trust. And when that cracks even a tiny bit, all the hurt spills out. I want you to drop your thoughts in the comments. Why do misunderstandings hit so much harder in friendships than in romantic relationships sometimes? Why is it so easy for women to love big and then get hurt big? And what can we learn from this situation? Could these friendships still heal if everyone acknowledged the emotional truth under the surface? No dragging anyone, no calling names, just reflection. Let's all remember, at the end of the day, these ladies are just people navigating fame, expectations, and friendships that the world feels entitled to watch. That's not easy. As fun as the show is, the emotional toll can be very real. Thank you for hanging out with me tonight, hotties. I always love when we can sip tea and still keep kindness at the center. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, and tell me in the comments, do you think this friendship can be repaired? And have you ever experienced something similar with someone you love? All right, my hotties. Until next time, keep sipping, keep questioning, and keep those hearts soft. Hotties, I want to hear your thoughts. Let's keep talking this in the comments. I would love to hear what you think. Don't forget to please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Yeah, let's keep digging into human nature to figure this drama out, y'all. Peace and love.